Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. Once upon a time, on Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy in his counting house. Ebenezer Scrooge was a squeezing, wrenching, grasping, clutching, scraping, covetous old sinner, a hard-hearted miser. On this evening, the office of Scrooge and Marley was shrouded in cold, bleak, biting weather. External heat and cold had little influence on Scrooge. No wind that blew was bitterer than he.
God rest you, merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay.
Be gone!
For Jesus Christ,
Gone!
Savior, was born upon this day to save
Ah!
from Satan's power when
Be gone, you miserable little beggars! Take your infernal Christmas carols and get away from my door!
Sorry, sir. Merry Christmas anyway, sir.
Ah! And you, nephew, what right have you to be merry? You're poor enough. Christmas? Bah, humbug.
Christmas a humbug? You don't mean that, Uncle, I'm sure. I mean, what reason have you to be dismal this Christmas? You're rich enough. Don't be so cross, Uncle.
What else can I be when I live in a world such of fools as this? If I had it in my way, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips would be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart. Keep Christmas in your way, nephew, and let me keep it in mine.
Keep it? But you don't keep it, Uncle.
Well, let me leave it alone, then. Much good may it do you, much good it has ever done you.
Christmas time is a good time, Uncle. A kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time of goodwill towards all men. And those never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket. I believe it's done me some good. So I say, God bless it!
God bless Christmas. Hurrah!
You there, Bob Cratchit. Get back to work. If I hear another sound out of you, you'll keep your Christmas by losing your situation.
Yes, sir.
Don't be so cross, Uncle. Come, dine with us this Christmas dinner. Kate would love to see you.
Kate? Oh, your wife. Why did you marry against my will?
Because I fell in love, Uncle.
Because you fell in love with a woman as penniless as yourself. Oh, good evening.
But I never wanted anything of you. I never asked anything of you.
Very well. Good evening.
No, I'll keep my Christmas spirit to the last. So, a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good evening.
And a Happy New
Good
Year.
evening, Mr. Cratchit. See my nephew out.
This way, Mr. Fred. And a Merry Christmas to you.
And a Merry Christmas to you and your family as well. How is Mrs. Cratchit and your children? And especially your youngest, the little lame boy?
Tim, sir. Tiny Tim. He's getting better. Thank you for asking. Happy Christmas. To see you, Mr.
Good day, sir. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Jacob Marley, my partner, has been dead these 7 years. As a matter of fact, he died 7 years ago this very night. My name is Ebenezer Scrooge.
Well, at this festive season, Mr. Scrooge, we seek charity for the poor and destitute.
You see, thousands are in need of common necessities. and hundreds of thousands are in need of the simplest comforts, sir.
Why is that? Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
And the union workhouses and the treadmills, are they still in operation?
They are, though I wish I could say they were not.
Goodness, I was afraid something had stopped them in their useful course.
They hardly offer Christian cheer, Mr. Scrooge. A few of us seek to buy the poor meat and drink and means of warmth. We do so now because it is at this time that the want is most keenly felt during the holiday abundance. What shall I put you down for, sir?
Nothing.
Ah, you wish to remain anonymous.
I wish to be left alone. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't make other people merry, idle people. As a businessman and a taxpayer, I support the prisons and the union workhouses and the treadmills. Let those who are badly off go there.
But many can't go there, sir.
Yes, many would rather die.
Well, if they would rather die, then they had better do so and decrease the surplus population.
I see. So the firm of Scrooge and Marley declines.
It is enough for a man to understand his own business and not meddle in the business of others. As you can see, mine occupies me constantly.
Very
Good
well,
evening.
sir. Very well, sir. You have made your views quite clear. Good evening to you.
Mr. Mr. Scrooge, it's 7 o'clock, sir, and it is Christmas Eve.
So, I suppose you'll want all day tomorrow, eh, Mr. Cratchit?
If quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient, and it's not fair. Why should I pay a day's wages for no work?
It's just but once a year, sir.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. But I suppose you must have the whole day. Well, be here all the earlier the next morning, Mr. Cratchit.
I will, sir. Thank you. And Merry Christmas.
Indeed. Ugh.
Scrooge took his melancholy dinner in his usual melancholy tavern, and walked home through the rolling fog and bitter cold. He silently passed urchins crowded round fires in the street, trying to keep warm. The icy Scrooge trudged along through the dark streets, but just as he reached the door of his dismal house, he thought he heard something calling.
Ebenezer Scrooge!
It was the voice of his long-dead partner, Jacob Marley, whose ghostly face appeared on the door knocker. Scrooge hurried inside, closed the door, and locked himself in. He double-locked himself in. He checked the sitting room, bedroom, all as they should be. Nobody under the sofa. Nobody under the table. Nobody under the bed. Nobody in the closet. Secured against surprise, Scrooge put on his dressing gown and nightcap and sat down by the fire to take his gruel, when suddenly...
Ah! What is it? Every bell in the house must be ringing. What in the world? Nonsense. Nonsense. I had only heard a neighbor's door. It's humbug, I say, humbug. What's that? Someone's in the cellar. But the doors are locked. Double locked. Someone's coming. They're coming closer. They're outside my door. No, I won't believe it. Humbug! Humbug, I say!
Scrooge!
Oh!
He's a Scrooge!
What do you want with me? Who are you?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley. You don't believe in me, Scrooge. Why do you doubt your senses?
A disorder of the stomach makes them cheat. You're not a ghost. You're just a bit of bad beef. Yeah, a blot of mustard, a fragment of underdone potato. There's more gravy than grave about you, whatever you are. It's humbug, I tell you, humbug. Mercy, mercy, mercy! I believe you. I'm oh, dreadful apparition. Why do you trouble me? Why do spirits walk the earth? Why come to me?
It is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk abroad among his fellow men. If that spirit does not do so in life, it is condemned to do so after death, doomed to wander the world and witness what it cannot share, but might have shared.
You are chained, Jacob. Tell me why.
I wear the chain I forged in life, link by link, yard by yard. I'm chained by cash boxes, keys, padlocks, ledgers. Witness the weight and length of strong chain you bear yourself, Scrooge. It is a ponderous chain.
I see no chain.
You shall, on the day of your death, mark me. In life, my spirit never roved beyond the narrow limits of our money-changing hole. Now, I am doomed to wander without rest or peace. No regret can make amends for one life's opportunity misused.
But you were always a good man of business.
Business? Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. And it is at Christmas time I suffer most.
I'm sorry for you, Jacob. Is there anything I can do?
For me, it is too late. But I have come to warn you of a hope and chance of escaping my fate. You will be haunted by 3 spirits. Expect the first one tomorrow when the bell tolls 1. The second the next night at the same hour. The third upon the next night at the last stroke of 12. Without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Ebenezer, look out this window. The poor woman and her infant huddled on the doorstep below. Look that you may see for your own sake.
Ghosts! Hundreds! They surround the woman, but they're not haunting her. They're crying. What? Doesn't she see them, Jacob? Why do these ghosts weep? Why do they wail?
They seek to aid her. They seek to do good in human matters, but they have lost their power forever. They wail in unceasing torture and remorse. Beware this cruel fate, Ebenezer. Beware, beware, beware.
Scrooge awoke. He was lying on his bed, still in his robe. Was Marley's visit a dream or not? He decided it was a dream and nothing more, but suddenly the curtains of his bed were drawn aside and Scrooge found himself face to face with the unearthly visitor who drew them. It was a strange figure, like a child.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
Your past. I come for your welfare. Rise and walk with me.
Out the window? But I'm mortal and liable to fall.
Bear but a touch of my hand, and you shall be upheld in more than this.
As the words were spoken, they passed through the wall and stood upon an open country road with fields on either hand. A little market town appeared in the distance, with its bridge, its church, and winding river. It was a cold, clear winter day, with snow upon the ground.
Do you recognize this place, Scrooge?
Good heavens! I was bred in this place. I was a boy here. Look, in the coach going by, my schoolmates, Charles and John. They're on the Norfolk coach, heading home for the Christmas holiday. Johnny, it's me, Ebenezer!
Wait! These are but shadows of the things that have been. They pay no notice to us. Come.
Why, it's my old schoolhouse. But it wasn't a place of learning. It was more like a prison.
On Christmas Eve, this schoolhouse is not quite deserted. A solitary child, neglected by his friends, is left there still. A lonely boy, reading beside a feeble fire. Do you know him?
Yes, I know. I am that child. Alone. My only companions were my books. The Arabian Nights and lonely Robinson Crusoe. Oh, poor boy. Oh, I wish. But it's too late now.
What is the matter?
Nothing. There was a boy singing at my door the other night. I should like to have given him something, that's all.
Let us see another Christmas, Ebenezer. Come.
Why, it's me, years later, but still away at this dismal school, alone on Christmas.
Ebenezer? Ebenezer!
It's Fan, my sister, my beloved Fan.
Dear, dear brother, I've come to bring you home. Yes, home. Home forever and ever. Father is so much kinder now that home is like heaven. We're to be together all Christmas long and have the merriest time in all the world. Come with me. Let's go.
Your sister was always a delicate creature, whom a breath might have withered, but she had a large heart. She died a woman, but had, as I think, children.
One child, nephew Fred. My, how he does resemble his mother.
Come to another Christmas past, a celebration.
Why, it's Fezziwig's warehouse. I apprenticed here. Why, it's old Fezziwig, bless his heart. It's Fezziwig, alive again, at one of his Christmas parties.
You there, Ebenezer, Oliver, no work tonight. It's Christmas Eve. Join the fun. Merry Christmas, everybody. Come and dance. Everybody. Hands up round and back again. Down the middle and up again. Round and round. Advance and retire. Hold top couple. Bow and back. New top couple, start over again. Advance and retire. Both ends to your partner. Bow, curtsy, corkscrew, thread the needle, into your place. Well done, everybody, well done.
Do you recognize yourself, Scrooge? A young man with a twinkle in his eye and a future before him? He looks so happy.
It was a marvelous party. With cake and punch, and cold roast and mince pies, and plenty of beer. Look at old Fezziwig, how he dances. Oh, what a glorious time we used to have.
It was a small matter for old Fezziwig to make those silly folks so full of joy.
Small matter? Small matter indeed.
He has spent only a few pounds of your mortal money. And look, is it so much that he deserves praise?
It's not that, Spirit. Fezziwig had the power to make us happy or sad, to render our service a pleasure or a pain. The happiness he gives is worth as much as if it cost a fortune.
What? Is something bothering you, Scrooge?
No, I'd just like to say a word or two to my clerk, Bob Cratchit, just now.
Scrooge, my time grows short. Quick, let us move several years later.
Ah, Belle, as beautiful as ever.
A penniless girl who loved you, Scrooge.
And I her. It didn't matter that she had no dowry. We were so happy together.
Until your career with Jacob Marley came between you. As you gained, so you lost. Do you see yourself? You're older now, a man in the prime of his life. Your face has begun to wear the signs of care and avarice. Your eyes are greedy, the eager and restless eyes of a miser.
No, Spirit, please. Anything but this. Spare me this.
This music box is a beautiful gift, Ebenezer, but I realize I matter little to you. Very little. To protect yourself from a hard and cruel world, you've become hard and cruel in response. I have tried to cheer and comfort you, but another idol has displaced me.
What idol could ever displace you, Belle?
You now worship a golden idol. I have seen your nobler aspirations fall off, one by one. Oh, Ebenezer, when we were first engaged, you were another man, but no longer.
I wanted security, success for you, Belle.
I seek tenderness, not riches. Therefore, even though it is Christmas, I release you from our engagement.
No.
With a full heart, for the love of him that you once were.
No, Belle, don't. No.
Dear Ebenezer, may you be happy in the life that you've chosen.
Belle. No. Spirit, why do you torture me? Remove me, I cannot bear it. Haunt me no longer. No longer. No longer.
The whole scene disappeared, and Scrooge found himself once more, alone, back upon his bed. He drifted off to sleep, only to be awoken again by the stroke of one. A great blaze of ruddy light glowed beneath the door. Something was in the outer room.
Come in, Ebenezer Scrooge. Come in.
Scrooge opened the door and beheld his own sitting room, transformed. The walls and ceiling were so hung with evergreen that it looked a perfect grove. Around the blazing fire lay a feast of meats and fruits and steaming cups of punch. And there sat a jolly spirit, glorious to see.
Come in and have me better, man. I am the ghost of Christmas present. You've never seen the likes of me before.
Spirit, take me where you wish. Last night, I went against my will and learned a lesson. Tonight, if you have anything to teach me, let me profit by it.
Very well. Touch my robe.
And instantly, they were transported to the streets of London on a bright Christmas day. The shops were bustling, jolly people completing their errands or coming home from church. The poultry, the grocer, and the fruit shops, all were busy and all a delight. Presently, Scrooge and the spirit came to Camden Town, to a humble house on a humble street.
This is the home of my clerk, Bob Cratchit, his wife and 4 children. Spirit, why are we here?
Where is your father then, and Tiny Tim?
Hello!
Oh, but here's Martha, Mother. Hurrah!
Sorry I'm late, Mother, but the factory had us come in today to clean up from last night.
Well, bless your heart, my dear. Sit down by the fire and have a warm.
No, Father's coming. Hide, Martha, hide. Father,
Hello,
Father.
Father.
Peter, Belinda, Mary. Why, where's Aunt Martha?
Not coming.
Not coming? Not coming on Christmas Day?
Here I am, Father. Merry Christmas.
And how did little Tim behave at church, Bob?
As good as gold, and better. Eh, Tim?
They sang ever so nicely, Mother. I hope the people at the church saw me today because it would be nice for them to remember on Christmas Day who made lame beggars walk and blind men see.
Bless you, my son. See, Mary, his heart is strong, and he will get better. I know it.
Oh, let's play a game. Father, play Blindman's Buff with us, please, please.
Yes, and we'll see some songs. And look!
Look at that goose! There's never been such a goose before. Never!
All right, be seated. Here you go, take your turn now. There's plenty of dressing, stuffing, and plum pudding for all of you. Martha, dear, sit next to Tiny Tim. Make sure he eats plenty. He must get strong and well. If anything should happen to him.
Oh, Mother, don't even think that. I'll see that he eats well. Here, Tim.
Quiet, please. Quiet. Such a feast requires a Merry Christmas to us all. God bless us.
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 God bless us. Everyone.
That's right, Tim.
What a blessing to be here together.
Oh, wonderful pudding, Mary.
I'm so glad you're here, Martha.
This is the best Christmas yet.
Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tim will live.
I see a vacant seat in the poor chimney corner and a crutch without an owner carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
No, kind spirit, say he will be spared.
Why? If he's to die, then you better do so and decrease the surplus population.
Oh, you use my own words against me.
Yes, and perhaps in the future you will hold your tongue until you know what the surplus population is and where it is. It may be that in the sight of heaven, you are more worthless and less fit to live than millions, like this poor man's child.
Here's the punch. Steaming hot. There's enough for a toast. And what after that?
A toast! A toast! A toast to Christmas!
Here, I would like to propose a toast to Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge, the founder of our feast. To Mr. Scrooge.
What?
No, Father, please.
Not him.
Not our horrible man.
The founder of the feast indeed. I wish I had Mr. Scrooge right here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feed upon, and I'd hope he'd have a good appetite for it.
My dear, the children, it's Christmas Day.
I'll drink to his health for your sake and the day's, not for his. A long life to him, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. He'll be very merry and very happy indeed, I have no doubt.
Come, Ebenezer, to a gathering across town.
Ah, my nephew Fred and his wife Kate, and their many hungry friends.
And then he said Christmas was a humbug! And he believes it too!
More shame for him, Fred. I'm sure he is very rich, at least you always tell me so.
And what of that, my dear wife? He doesn't do anything with it. He doesn't even make himself comfortable with it. But, here, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to the old man, whatever he is. You wouldn't take it from me, but he can have it just the same. To Uncle Scrooge. To Uncle Scrooge!
Come, Ebenezer, there's much more to see. Men who keep Christmas in their hearts. Come.
Much they saw, and far they went, and many homes they visited, but always with a happy ending. In poorhouse, hospital, and jail, in misery's every refuge, the spirit of Christmas left her blessing and taught Scrooge as she went. At last, they returned to the streets of London for the spirit's final lesson.
My time with you, Ebenezer, is almost done. Have you gained by what I've shown you of the good in most men's hearts?
I don't know. How can I promise?
If it is too hard a lesson to learn, then look upon these. Look!
What? 2 children? Jaundiced, sickly, scowling. Spirit, are they yours?
They are man's children. Their names are ignorance and want. Beware them both. Without the spirit of Christmas to comfort them, these wretched beings will be released upon the world.
But Spirit, have they no refuge, no resource?
Are there no workhouses? Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses? Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses? Are there no prisons?
And with that, a ghost of Christmas present dissolved in the mist, and Scrooge stood alone upon the street. As the last stroke of midnight rang, Scrooge remembered the prediction of old Jacob Marley, and lifting his eyes, he beheld the third spirit, a solemn phantom, draped and hooded, coming like a mist along the ground towards him.
Are you the ghost of Christmas yet to come? You are about to show me the shadows of things that have not yet been, but will happen? Spirit, will you not speak to me? Oh, ghost of the future, I fear you more than any specter I've seen. Yet
Yet as I know your purpose is to do me good, and as I hope to be a better man, what I once was, lead on. Lead on. The night is waning fast, and time is precious to me.
Spirit, why have you brought me here again to Bob Cratchit's home? But it's different. It's quiet. What is it, Spirit? What kind of Christmas is this?
He took a child and sent him in the midst of them.
My son, Tiny Tim.
Oh, Mother, please don't cry. Father will be home soon. Don't let him know you've been crying.
He's late tonight. When he had Tiny Tim on his shoulder, he'd walk very fast indeed, but the child was light to carry, and Father loved him so. It was no trouble at all.
Here's Father now, Mother.
Sorry I'm late, Mary. I was at the churchyard. It would have done you good to see how green a place it is. Wish you could have gone. But you'll see it often. I promised him. I promised Tiny Tim that we'd walk there on Sundays.
Oh, Bob.
My little child. My Tiny Tim.
That's cruel. Cruel, Spirit. Can't you give me some ray of hope? That I may change all this, and Tiny Tim may live. Spirit, where are we now? The churchyard. Lonely, desolate, crumbling graves. Is poor Tiny Tim buried here? Spirit, tell me, are these the shadows of things that will be, or the shadows of things that might be? Spirit, the grave to which you point, what is on it? Wait. The name on the grave is Ebenezer. No! Spirit, why show me these things if I am past all hope? Give me some hope that I may change these dreadful shadows. Am I to become like Jacob Marley? Like those other ghosts? Chained? Doomed to wander the earth forever? No! No! Spirit, hear me! I'm not the man I was! Let me change these shadows. I'll honor Christmas in my heart. I'll keep it all the year. I'll live in the past, in the present, in the future, and not shun the lessons they teach. Please, I pray, give me a chance to sponge away the writing on this dreadful stone. Please, I beg you. I'll change. 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 What's this? My bedpost. I'm home. In my own bed. In my own room. Oh, Jacob Marley. Heaven, the Christmas spirits be praised. I don't know what day of the month it is. I don't know how long I've been amongst the spirits. I don't know anything. I'm as merry as a schoolboy. I'm as giddy as a drunken man. Oh, glorious light, fresh air. The window. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
And a Happy New Year, sir.
You there! Boy, what day is it, my fine fellow?
Today, why it's Christmas Day, sir?
Christmas Day! I haven't missed it! The spirits have done it all in one night!
And so they had done it all in one night. Scrooge sent the boy to the poultry shop to buy their prized turkey and have it delivered to the Cratchit family as an anonymous gift. Then the new Ebenezer Scrooge dressed himself in all his best and got out into the streets of London. By this time, people were pouring forth, and Scrooge regarded all with a delighted smile and a hearty holiday greeting.
Merry Christmas!
By chance, Ebenezer came upon the charity seekers he had dismissed the other day, but today he apologized and made a large donation to their worthy cause, with many back payments included. He continued on to the door of his nephew, Fred, who was in the midst of his Christmas dinner with his wife and friends.
Uncle Ebenezer? Why, I can't believe you're actually here! At my home! On Christmas?
I come to beg your pardon, Fred, for the things I said about Christmas. That was a humbug.
Was it? Well, I don't know what to say. Well, come in, come in! May I introduce my wife, Kate?
Uncle Ebenezer? I never expected this of you.
Oh, Kate, can you forgive an old fool? And God, forgive me the time that I've wasted.
Well, come in, join the feast. Here, present a spot at the table. I propose a toast. To Uncle Scrooge! To Uncle Scrooge!
And so Ebenezer Scrooge rejoined his family and rejoined the family of man. The next day, he arrived early at his counting house to catch Bob Cratchit coming in late. But was Bob ever late? The clock had struck 9. No Bob. 1:15. No Bob. Finally,
Mr. Cratchit, what do you mean by coming in at this time?
I'm very sorry, sir. I'm behind my time. It shall not be repeated. I was making rather merry yesterday, sir.
Mr. Cratchit, I'll not stand this sort of thing any longer. Therefore, I am about to raise your salary.
Oh, please, sir, you're going to raise my salary? But, sir...
Oh, Bob, I haven't lost my senses. I've come to them. Merry Christmas, Mr. Cratchit. A merrier Christmas than I've given you in many a year. Come in, sit down. We'll discuss your new salary over a bowl of smoking bishop. Merry Christmas, Mr. Cratchit.
Scrooge was better than his word. He became as good a friend, as good a master, and as good a man as the good old city ever knew. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he became a second father. And it was always said that Ebenezer Scrooge knew how to keep Christmas well. May that be truly said of us, all of us. And so, as Tiny Tim observed, God bless us, everyone.